Hi, this is Elena Rosalind Michelle. I want to thank you for stopping by. I am the creator behind the Star of Destiny Kreations, and previously it used to be Lynn Michelle's Creative Studio. Well, it's still a creative studio, but I decided to change the name to the Star of Destiny. I believe that creation and creating things really has an impact on abundance and success. So that's why I changed it. So, thank you for subscribing if you haven't already. If you have not, please consider subscribing. I do have a bunch of different things I want to share. I do lots of creative stuff, but lately I've been doing the crochet and knitting. I just started learning how to do amigurumi stuffed animals, plush toys, and I also have a couple of knitting projects. There will be tutorials. There will be kind of like different things, such as when you take a pattern and how you can give it a twist by using different types of yarn, doing different types of stitches, and I mean even going up into the bigger sizes. So even as a beginner crocheter, you can learn how to do this. And I wanted to show you my little Valentine's gnome that I did all by myself. I'm not a very good crocheter. I haven't crocheted in like years, and I made this on the fly. So it's really cute. The beard is actually all crocheted as well. So you can take different patterns and make your own patterns, and those can go up for digital sales. I will offer free patterns. Like during the holidays, I'm going to be offering some very fun things during the week of such as Valentine's Day is coming up next week. So there will be different things how you can participate. So my whole goal is to grow this channel. I have been stagnant. I have been sick. I'm currently homeless. I may not look like I'm homeless, but I am. I've been homeless since August of 2021, and I just got a notice that I do not qualify for disability. I have cognitive memory issues since COVID. I've had COVID Delta, COVID Omicron. The Delta is what's kicking my butt, and it's caused a whole bunch of different things that I cannot work a regular job. In fact, I haven't worked since February 2021. So I need to do something creative to keep my creative spark, and also to help with the stress and working on my own art therapy and cognitive behavior and memory functions, and also something that is fun that I can look forward to. And in fact, my channel has grown at least 23 subscribers as of now. This is January 27th of 2023, and my shorts went up 1,570% of views. So things are really picking up, and I want to keep this momentum. So the things that you can help me by is 1, subscribe. 2 is to leave comments for me. There will be polls and discussions. Now you don't have to actively be on YouTube daily. There will be a crochet along and knit along, real times and time lapses and hyper labs if you're like me and don't have a lot of time to really spend watching really long videos, but yet you want something to sleep to, because they're really great for ASMR, white noise while you sleep, if you're like me and have also post-traumatic stress symptoms. So all of those things. And then number 3 is to share this channel on your social media platforms, because it really helps me a lot. So liking is the number 4, and you like the videos because it tells me that you really like it, and it really helps me to decide what kind of content to make, because if you don't mention it, how am I supposed to know? I'm just gonna be doing whatever I can. So again, thank you for subscribing. I do want to share a couple more things before we go because, you know, after all, these are the creations that I made. So in 2022, on long knitting needles, I made stocking hats, and this is one of them. And this is a real simple beginner pattern. It's a rib stitch. It's purple, and I think it's extra sprinkles by Craftsmart, and the purple is Lily's Sugar and Cream yarn. It's 100% cotton and made my own, you know, little pom-pom. And also, I made a really long stocking hat because currently I am homeless. I do sleep in my truck. I do have access to an RV during the day to stay out of the heat or cold. There's just no help for those who are not on drugs or alcohol, or veterans who don't have enough time in service. So I'm also a disabled veteran. So yeah, it's very, very messed up here. Housing has went up like 3 to 4 times, and even to 10 times more. So a studio apartment now can easily run $1,800 to $2,000 a month. I know of a 4-bedroom apartment that's going for $4,000 a month, and I live in Tucson, Arizona. So it's like, oh my gosh. So yeah, and without having any show of income, because I have none, yeah, likelihood of getting my own place is very low. Even to get into Section 8, you have to have a minimum of $50 a month coming in, and it has been closed and just recently opened. So let's push $50. That's before taxes. So this one is done with, I think it was the mandala. It was actually had 3 or 4 different colors. I took out the turquoise, and this is the same thing as, you know, this is on long needles. Both of these fit a large adult head for women or men, 20 inches, I think. If you have been following my shorts, I put up that I'm working on the seersucker stitch, and this is the blanket. It's a Kreations yarn. It's an intermediate stitch, and I designed this blanket to because I didn't really see a pattern for this, so I'm developing this pattern. The yarn is Big Cakes in the color boysenberry. So all of these colors are on one cake, and it's super stretchy. It's really pretty. So I have some of those in the knit along. And then I crocheted and also a Kreations Big Cakes. So this is the rectangle infinity from granny square infinity square pattern, and I made it into a rectangle. So this is really has a beautiful 70s vibe, and so does this baby blanket. Has this really cool vibe of vintage. So I'm really digging the colors right now. The other thing is, should I expand this? I think this is a 22 by 30 inch right now. I don't have very far to go to make it into a crib blanket as well. So you might want to leave a comment down below, and should I expand this and what size? This is the first time I've ever made crocheted or knitted blankets. All new to me. So finding out what kind of yarn I need and how much yarn, and especially designing a pattern that I've never done before. This is kind of considered like a beginner's pattern as well. It's really super simple. You just got to learn how to do a double crochet and single crochets. The knitted blanket here, the seersucker. Oh yeah, and I need a name. Do you have a name for this blanket? It's gonna be a crib blanket. Crib. I want to say crib quilt. I done a lot of crib quilts. So so sorry if I keep switching. It's also a brain thing, so I apologize for that ahead of time. But yeah, this is considered intermediate, not because it's a complicated stitch, because it's all pearls and knits. It's an 8-row repeat pattern. So it repeats over and over again to make these intricate stitches. So it looks really complicated. All right, a little bit about my retro bee. These are the same colors as this quilt, or this afghan that I'm working on, the infinity granny square rectangle. I just took the colors and wound up the colors to get into the next colors for the color changes. And I use, I believe this is, what is that, chenille? Yeah, it's a chenille, and actually this chenille I got at Dollar Tree, and I believe it's called Just Chenille. And I did this in a time lapse and a crochet along that is currently on my channel, so I will link that in the description below if you want to check those out. My next one is made out of Red Heart, I think it's Red Hot, or no, Mainstays Red Hot red and fuchsia sparkly yarn, and I used Craft Smart mushroom white for the wings. Now the eyes, you can get these online. I do believe these are the 8mm eyes, and then the 6mm eyes, and then the larger one. This is okay, so the weight of the yarn for both of these, and for the blankets, and for the stocking hats, are all a medium 4 or a worsted 4. So either one of those will work for making any of these products. So this is also a beginner. Just got to stuff it. It's a crochet, single crochet, and you start with a miracle chain. And there's other ways you could do a miracle chain. The eyes, I do believe these are the 14mm eyes. This is Baby Blanket from Bernat, or Bernay, however you pronounce it, yarn sparkle. So I don't remember, it's like the purple is like Cosmos color, rose, but they have different names. And then the white, all of this is from the same company. I bought those at Joann's. Now this is really fun. This is the gnome that I freestyled. So all of the colors that you see here is from Craft Smart that you can get at Michael's. It's $3.99 for 7 ounces of yarn, and it really works up really nice. So you have the red, you have the peach, you have the mushroom. This is pink. I want to say maybe not this green. This is a Kelly green. I think it's from Impeccable. So not everything is Craft Smart, but yeah, I remember that because I kind of wanted the body to be soft. So soft and squishy. So yeah, and then you can put like little little white things to make little strawberry flecks, or you can make them black as well. So you can turn this gnome into a strawberry instead of just a mushroom. So these are the kind of things that I'll share with you. I believe that creating things is just doing one thing different than you normally do. So if you're used to crocheting plushies and you want to do an afghan, that's being creative. If you want to change colors, that's being creative. And you use same pattern on different size weights, that's being creative. If you wanted to do like a pattern that you've never done before, that is being creative. It's not because you designed it, it's because you're making it and you're doing a change. Or you're doing a hook size. So this is a 4.5mm knitting needle on a circular. This is a 5mm on a long knitting needle. This is, I think this is a 5mm hook, and this is a G hook. So you change into hooks, change to patterns. So that's being creative. Different things that you can do to make it interesting. And the great thing is that I like to help people to So there's going to be some challenges that I want to have to challenge you if you're coming as a YouTube channel creator, or if you're just a regular person who just needs some inspiration or needs some sleep. I struggle with that all the time. Or just need a fire in your belly to keep creating. This is where you want to stay. And I welcome you as my personal star. So thank you and welcome.